subscribe to the Defend You.
That's what you wanted, right? Oh my god, yeah, you dirty fucking nigger.
This film legitimately made me psychotic for a few days and threw me off balance cognitively. How can the Joker pass the torch to some random cellmate? Is this Joker character demonstrated by the movie even the same entity that was capable of single-handedly spreading havoc in America? And was the essence of mainstream's archetypal progenitor of chaotic evil? Is this the same character which is supposed to be in a constant fight with Batman and what Batman couldn't defeat? Why would he pass the torch to some random psychopath and Shanker way below his level? An ordinary cellmate who believed was the main character with no significance in the movie, who envied the Joker, or maybe just referential character. And a reminder that Heath Ledger's Joker was better. Or maybe that prisoner was a mere reflection to Heath Ledger's version's fans and they killed the Joker. Or maybe it was a fan of his. Or was maybe all of this in his head, regardless, that prisoner wasn't represented well enough in this movie. So that he could out of nowhere plead the act he committed. The 2024 Joker movie was bad, and I wouldn't expect anyone to think it was good. At the end of the film, the Joker was shown as an ordinary guy just because he admitted to being an ordinary guy in a court. And this somehow resulted in him dying to the hands of some random psychopathic soulmate. And that's how the film ended. This disappointing ending destroyed our anticipation for the first film in 2019 being the Joker's origin story, or at least making us believe as we wanted and were expecting, and the mainstream's vision of archetypal progenitor of chaotic evil regardless of the canon. Since when does the Joker die in a joke to a cellmate in a prison block? The Joker himself was killed by a prison shanker through a joke, because he was the only Joker in the universe, but didn't have special powers. What sense does the viewer of this film supposed to make in this joke of a movie? The story was terrible, and the plot was awful, and the execution was even worse. And this film is blasphemous to Bob Kane's and Bill Finger's. Original Joker and Todd Phillips should pay for this distasteful act of ruining the brand image and the fact he was representing a guy suffering from a profound mental illness. In this insensitive way for the mainstream to see through the role of the symbolical Joker Arthur Fleck, who lived in the Arkham City in reference to the real Joker, in a universe where Joker nor Batman existed, also representing these studios. Why would the director kill a fantastical main character to a random hater in a prison corridor, irrelevant in any way to the main character, or main characters that you're making a representation to anything out of nowhere? For no reason, without adequate context, as well as showing the Joker being beaten up by the police excessively, unlike we ever seen before in any DC film, as if it wasn't the Joker, whilst also bringing no merit, but meaningless shock factor sparking anger in people. Even when this film was supposed to make the Joker as realistic as possible, and it was intended to show what factors and elements in life would realistically lead to making a person like the Joker. All that the movie flex is a canonically illogical and inconsistent character rendition to the first film also starring Joaquin Phoenix. And the ending is unrealistic for any edition of the Joker and is disgusting for any blockbuster movie, as well as being insensitive to people that went through the same abuse as what Arthur Fleck went through in his life in this movie for the mainstream to view. This movie just makes no sense. The Joker is supposed to be a fantastical character, not some caricature, or an ordinary cellmate in a prison dying ordinary prison death to some ordinary out of context prison shinker. In a joke, just because he admitted to being an ordinary guy in a court trial. Him illogically admitting that for some reason he isn't an ordinary guy shouldn't undermine the role of his character in any DC movie. What the movie reflects through Arthur Fleck is inconsistent with the story of the Joker as an entity in DC. Even when or if he accepted himself as an ordinary guy in the court, making the Joker an average cellmate is schizophrenic, and making him die an ordinary death to an ordinary prison shinker. Killing the Joker was something even Batman himself couldn't do in DC, and then that prisoner didn't appear like he possessed a Nat Milfy significance in that movie. Is this even the Joker anymore? It's a Joker. You could tell Joaquin Phoenix himself wanted to play that charismatic character we were already familiar with at a given opportunity, and definitely not what the director set for him. He couldn't shine because they limited his potential, also ruining the image of the character he was playing as and he was supposed to familiarize himself with and grow in understanding with. His creative potential was limited by the director's painful and irrational conditions. Watching this was uneasy, and I'm sure the role affected the actor, mentally in some way. I wouldn't want to perform in that environment under those conditions that Joaquin Phoenix had to comply with, whilst having the same expectations as what he had in the movie. It's depressing to play a role that limits your potential invisibility, the role being depressing, draining you and putting you at a constant feeling of being unprepared for it, also ruining the image of the role you want to shine in and brand reputation. Overall, this movie was a very complex and disorganized total failure, which I would hope never existed, as it ruined the image of the Joker, Arthur Fleck, Lady Gaga, in the original Joker movie from 2019. The movie appeared as an emotional drama and a dark comedy with musicals. Like how Queen Phoenix sang better than Lady Gaga, since musical cutscenes were forced which affected her performance and her potential as an actress was overshadowed by her status of being a known singer. The music cutscenes, which appeared as Arthur Fleck's deep psyche distracted the audience, were out of place and made Boy Queen sing better than Lady Gaga's environment not friendly for her to gain confidence in or prove herself as a competent actress. Essentially, what happened was we were made fools by Todd Phillips for $20 in the cinema, as he made it known to us that the first film wasn't even about the Joker, but a mere culturally moving artistic derivative to generate money with the brand image of the character. And what destroyed the magic of the Joker as a character wasn't the Joker dying in the movie. Actor admitting he was an ordinary guy, but his total absence as a DC character, which made us look like fools as we went to the cinema for a Joker movie. Arthur Fleck dying in the end of the movie was almost a reminder that we were lied to not by Arthur Fleck, but by Todd Phillips through the role of Arthur Fleck. And if the prisoner who killed Arthur Fleck was Heath Ledger's Joker, we certainly did not see a Joker movie, nor was Heath the Joker the real Joker, but a person who wore Joker's clothes.
I just want her to know that I don't care about the scars. So, I stick a razor in my mouth and do this to myself. And you know what? She can't stand the sight of me. She leaves. Now I see the funny side. Now I'm always smiling.